Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be playing with the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. So if you want to see how this palette works, then just keep watching. So this is what the palette looks like. I got it in a BoxyCharm probably 3 months ago, and which is bad because I haven't even touched it once. I still have the plastic on it. But this is what the palette itself looks like. When you open it up, there is a mirror, and then you have these shades here. There is 12 shades. This retails for $35. So let's just start playing with this. So this is a very, very cool toned palette, and I don't normally wear cool tones like at all. So this will be interesting, to say the least. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Nocturnal, which is just a matte white, off-white shade, so my skin tone. And I'm gonna use that to just set my eyeshadow, or my primer, which my primer is just concealer. I don't know what shade to go in with first. This is really intimidating. I don't use these shades. Okay, we're gonna go in with the shade Hide and Seek, which is like this light, cool, it's like a light gray that's almost like got a brown hint to it, but it's gray. So I'm gonna take the Hide and Seek shade and put that in my crease to start the transitions. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do this, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out because I don't like putting shimmers in the crease, but I think I'm going to because it doesn't look like an intense shimmer. It looks like just a very light, almost like a satin. So we're gonna try it. It is called Silver Spoon. It's like a silverish blue color. I don't know if the camera is gonna pick up the color accurate, but it's very like charcoal but blue, but there's like a hints of silver in it. We're gonna try. I'm gonna use the same brush. We're gonna do a light amount. I'm scared. This could go south real freaking quick.
I feel like I need to switch it up. I always do the same looks.
So with it adding a darker shade, I'm gonna go in with a brush that has no product on it and go back and forth between blending with product and then blending with no product.
Especially when it doesn't blend. It doesn't hold product.
Let's keep this gray, and if we need to add something darker, we can. Let's go in with After Midnight. It is the darkest gray shade. There is a cool tone brown here and then a black. We're gonna go in with After Midnight on a smaller brush just to kind of define the outer V a little bit. I'm going to go back with the blank, I don't know what it's called, the bare brush, and just kind of blend it together. And then I'm going to use this brush that has no product on it to kind of move the darker shade more in the crease towards the middle of the eye rather than using the product itself. I think I'm actually going to start bringing the dark shade a little lower or further in, but on the lash line portion. I think that'll look better. We'll try. Now if you really wanted to, you could use like a packer brush, but I'm just going to keep using my small blending brush. I'm going to attempt to use my finger for the lid shade, and we're going to use this shade Clutch, which is this shade. It's like basically a sparkly gray in a way. I don't know how to explain this shade. Ooh, it looks pretty though. Alright, we're going to attempt to just use my finger and put that on the lid. Ooh, fall out. Shoot.
Tap off my finger
Let me go get a spray. Okay, we're going to try spraying this instead. Ooh, it's like, I don't know if you can see that. How much has come off just from putting my brush in it, and I'm not really putting it in that hard. Let's just spray it. this ain't it. I don't hate it. I'm really a person that I like my lid shade to be like in your face. So it's not doing that for me. It's really pretty on my finger. It's just not coming off the same. But I mean, I don't hate it. I feel like if this is the look you're going for, it's actually a pretty color. Like I said, I like in your face. You know what? We might regret this. I feel like I say that a lot with makeup. I'm gonna try this shade called Break Free. It's like a really icy color, and I'm gonna try it with the same brush. I'm just gonna flip it. And we're gonna try to add that on top and see what it does. It's like a really white shimmer shade. I'm just changing the color. Okay, let's move on to the lower lash line. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the very first shade we used, which is Hide and Seek. It's this light gray shade, and we're just gonna buff that on the lower lash line all over. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with the very dark shade that we used again, the After Midnight, and I'm gonna use that to kind of put that close to my lash line on the bottom. And I'm just keeping that on the outer edge. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush I used for the first shade. I'm not going to add anything though. And use that to kind of buff it down a little. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that really, really white shimmery shade, the Break Free. And I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner as well as my brow bone. I'm going to try it dry. Might have to make it wet though. Guess we'll find out. Okay, my camera died, so I went ahead and just finished the look. I did have to spray my brush to get the inner corners to kind of like pop. And then I just put mascara and lip. The lip is Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Holy Chic. And then my mascara is the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. So my final thoughts on this palette is I do think it's nice. I actually really like the matte shades. The mattes are very easily blendable. They work really nicely. The shimmers, I don't love them, but I don't hate them. And for $35, I would like to like all of the shades. So there is that. Granted, the only intense shimmers, there's only two. It's this one, both of them that we used today. The rest of them are like, they look more of a satin than a shimmer. And the blue actually worked good. So I do think it's more of a satin than a shimmer, but honestly, I really do actually like this product, so I guess it's more up to your opinion whether you feel like it would be worth it. You obviously saw how the shimmer did perform. It wasn't that it was terrible, it wasn't my cup of tea. But the mattes I do think are really great. So yeah, that's all I have for this video, so thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one.